In this video, we're going to look at how to decide if the line of best fit for a data set that's not exactly linear. The first thing that you want, using Excel, the first thing that you want to do here is to enter all of your input data in column A. So for example, here I'm going to type 0, 32, 47, 73, 99, and 123. In column B, we want to enter all of the output values that go along with those. So in this case, we're going to enter all the number of miles here. Give me just a second. So once you have all of your data entered, then we're ready to go ahead and have the computer do all of the work for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight exactly the data that we have. Don't do any blank cells or it screws everything up. Then you want to click on the Insert button. And under the charts, there's an option here for different scatter plots. When you click on that, we want this top option here for scatter. And that should show up our little chart here. I'm going to just pull it up here so we can see it actually, you know what, let's just make the window bigger for a second. So this is what you're going to see. Notice that these points look almost in a straight line, but not perfectly. What we'd like to do is see what's the best line that will go through all of those. So to do that, we're going to click on the plus button here. Click down to trend line. Notice it draws a line right in the middle of things for us. And then we can click on this little right arrow and let's go down and choose more options. That's where you should find everything you need. This should bring up the format trend line option menu over here. Notice that the linear button is highlighted. If we want a linear equation, then that's the one that you want to have selected. And then if we scroll down to the bottom, at the bottom of that menu, you should see two options that are really important for you. The display equation on chart. Notice that that put our linear equation up here, and then display the r-squared value on the chart, and that displays that here. Remember, the r-squared tells you how good of a fit this equation is, how much you can trust it. Having values that are close to 1 are good, and having values that are close to 0 are bad. This r-squared value is always going to be a decimal, so kind of keep that in mind as you look at it. So this is a great fit. The equation works really pretty well. And then you can use this new equation model to answer any questions that you might have when you go into a problem. In some equations, or in some of your homework problems, it's going to be asking you to run a quadratic regression. You do everything exactly the same here, except when you pick this trend line option, more options here, instead of choosing linear, what you want to choose is polynomial. We want a quadratic, so that's why this says order 2, which is exactly what we want. And if you look over here now I have my quadratic equation that best fits the data and my r-squared value here for this one. And so we can see what the model is there for that problem instead. So those are the things that you need, and that should help you do any of those problems on your homework.